Thank you for connecting with me in this space, across timelines and across the world. I'm deeply grateful that technology can bring us together in ceremony and in teachings and in sharing, no matter where we are. It is indeed a great blessing. Today I'm going to be talking about entering into ceremony and what that means. But before we do that, I'd like us just to take a few moments to have a deep breath, a few breaths. To ground ourselves, to be present as we listen to one another, and for our gratitude for being able to come together in this way. So, entering into ceremony, what does that mean? Ceremony is a holy act and has a power of its own. As an animist, I know that ceremony is an actual being. It lives and has a function in the world. Ceremonies are portals into non-ordinary reality, and they offer opportunity for powerful transformation. The thing that people don't realize is that transformation isn't necessarily all about those wonderful feelings of love, kindness, and transcendent moments. Those are definitely there. But that ceremony will often bring that other thing that we prefer not to look at, our shadow. And now you may say, oh no, not that again. Yes, that. Because our shadow is the compost of many beautiful things that can grow from. It is the dark that holds the seed before we germinate. And I'm sure that you've heard of the saying, no mud, no lotus. Ceremony asks that we all enter with beginner's mind. Even if we've been doing the same ceremony over and over again. I take the example of me having been part of Dance to Heal the Earth for 4 years in a row. And each time it was anew. I had done it before, but sure as not, it was new. Therefore, because of this, because of our beginner's mind, a great deal of humbleness has to be highly present. In the Isikasa traditions, we're asked to be on our knees, physically, in front of the ceremony. The ceremony is the teacher. So being on our knees brings us down to ground, and we know that all over the world, deep prayers and states of entering into communication with God by any name requires us to drop down and connect to Mother Earth. So humility, humbleness, is really a good first step. So when we feel our roaring egos or our feelings of worthlessness and our fear even, and any other shadow aspect that you can name, drop into unpretentiousness about that moment. And when we feel this arising, we are also asked unto humbleness to enter into the sacred pause. that in-breath, that moment where we can take a few minutes to think what issues forth from us by action or by speaking and by body language. All ceremony has reason, and we are asked to put ourselves aside and think of having principles before personalities. And I'd like to add some everyday advice here as well. Ceremony doesn't have to be a big event. When we're triggered by the world, we can immediately drop into ceremony. And what does that look like? It needn't be elaborate. We don't have to get out the incense and the candles or the smudge in the middle of traffic or in the middle of the mall that we're standing in and something has just moved us. You in that moment can take that sacred pause and invoke the elements, your guides, your power plants, your animals, your ancestors, to ask for support in that moment. And you can hold still. Some might call this prayer, but I think it's more like ceremony. It can be 5 minutes. Things that happen to us are arrows that are constantly asking us to connect to all that is, to our planet, to Mother Earth, to Great Spirit. All that is, all of creation. They are arrows pointing us to a direction that asks us to take a higher moment for a moment to be out of our personality states and instead in a place of humbleness. So take all opportunity to enter into sacred pause. This can also be like you lighting a candle on your altar and taking some time to say some words of support and to say some words of invocations, of powerful manifestations that you wish to make. You could even do this beneath the tree. There's always opportunity for us to step into this holy moment. There's always opportunity. Thank you for listening. And if you wish to have a session with me, I do work internationally and online. Spirit knows no time or distance. I've just recently got off the phone call to a beautiful soul in Sri Lanka, with whom I did a clearing session with and a balancing session to get her completely aligned with her chakras, and we also did protection teachings and an invocation. So if you want me to do anything with you, you can connect with me with my email, and that is info@rightrelation.org. And I always say this wrong, info@right-relation.org. It'll be in the blurb below as well. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. And thank you to Great Spirit for this opportunity to share. And so it is.